harder part. It's bittersweet, but there's a certain element of joy that goes along. Why are you walking away so far?
He doesn't want to leave.
I'll be the front.
Can't leave without.
You mean to walk over here so on the camera?
I can walk over there.
Or wherever?
Yeah.
Where do you want to be? Where we need to be? So if you haven't figured it out already, right? Gonzo is on his way down to Texas. He was, I'd say probably like 6 months ago, he was threatening every once in a while, like, I'm done, sir, I'm out. You know, do my best impersonation of Gonzo. Like, I'm done, I'm turning it in. You know, I'm done, I'm Master Sergeant 20. But after some talking, after some more opportunities that came up, he's like, I'm in it to win it. One more assignment, going out of Texas, right? We have Det 6 doing sim cert down there. So if you don't know already, for the young folks in the room, right, Det 6 is an active duty element that's down in Kelly, right? One of their primary duties is sim certification. So they're pretty busy during the level D cert and upgrade the past year and a half. That took a little longer than we were expecting, but it's typically where we put our experience, right? So as you can see, we're putting our highest time, most experienced engineers down there with Kelly. The other good element of that is he's also going to fly with the up and coming baby engineers, right, to go through there through the initial qual. So it's a big win for him, big win for the family. They've got a house that's already built. They closed already, right? Yeah, closed, ready to move in. You're living in a TLF, minivan hack. I saw you last weekend, right? Back in that minivan. But I just want to go over real quick over you know, just kind of Gonzo's time here and what he's meant to the Bellevue. So Gonzo, good deal, Gonzalez, also known as also known as Anchors Away, Gonzalez.
Nothing can stop us now.
Yeah.
All the name safety belts. The name safety is 100% always safety, right? Especially in Dakota.
Yes, sir. That was definitely that was true.
So 7 years, a lot of breaks along the way, but a lot of really good work along the way as well. So just most recently, Ops Flight Chief was a big help back there on a lot of things I can personally attest to. Support Superintendent, NCOIC of Mission Control, NCOIC attacks, and obviously his upgrade that he got through in record time when he showed up here 7 years ago. So Gonzo has been a jack of all trades in the double D's. Literally, like he's been a jack of all trades in the double D's. Like he's fixing stuff left and right, whatever it's hanging new pictures or the sink is broke or whatever, call Gonzo, right? But it's not just his time with Red Horse, right? That's made him who he is. That's definitely helped. But it's that's true. Yeah, the TVs, I could go on and on. Like pretty much renovated this whole building himself. But he's also taught a lot of lieutenants along the way. Like whenever the last renovation we were doing, I was like, you need to pass on, knowing he was leaving, you need to pass on your knowledge, right, your tutelage to some of our young lieutenants and some of our young students along the way, so that one, they can learn a little something from a gray hair, not so gray, but you are. You're thinning, right? But also so we can hang shit, you know what I mean, in the squad. Like who else is gonna do it? So my first memory of Gonzo is I was sitting at my desk thinking about Gonzo. Gosh, there's so many things I could bring up. You know, like the time we coded together to it's Coco's. You know, he introduced me to Coco's. But really, I'd say it was probably 2 years ago. I showed back up from Kelly after getting requalified, and it was a Monday morning. This time of year, I think it was December or November. It was cold, so we went into the gym. Everyone's thinking like, yeah, we're gonna do some kind of little workout on your own, you know, in the gym. You know, whoever's gonna be back was gonna clear us off, stretch together, have some announcements, and just go on about your business. And we're standing there, I'm talking to Colonel Pollock. I think it was Dashner walked by. Looked like he just rolled out of bed, you know, standard, you know. He was like, Gonzo running PT. I looked at Paul, I was like, Gonzo running PT, is that a bad thing? And Big Paul's like, yeah. Gonzo gets out, he's like, all right, you little, using a certain word, stretch out for the next 2 minutes and I'll see you at the track. I'm like, oh, we're like, run like a 1.5. And Colonel Pollock's like, no, we're doing the Gonzo challenge. And I was like, Gonzo challenge? That sounds like fun. So Gonzo, that was my first introduction to Gonzo, was he takes PT seriously, which is good, right? Even though he's leaving and we may not have a Gonzo challenge the next few months, we're going to honor Gonzo at some point when we get our PT back together. where the PTLs are. Hold my word. That we're gonna do a Gonzo challenge. 6 laps in between each lap, 22 push-ups, sit-ups, and squats. It'll get you. And that lap's not a trot, right? That lap is crushing. So that was my first memory of Gonzo. He's truly been a man of influence and a heavy hitter in the squad. Whether it's flying with him on the road, talk about someone I trust. You know, we had how many emergencies on our last mission? Like I think 2 total. Three. There you go. Knowing Gonzo's back there, had my back, had the team's back. Whether it's going to be his upgrade to instructor, everyone he's touched during their upgrade here in the 22nd. Whether it's an old head coming back on currency or a baby coming up from Kelly, right? Learning how to sit on the panel, do a scan. He's going to tell you what it takes, and he's not going to paint a pretty picture, but he's going to be fair, right? But he's going to hold you to the standard. He's going to make you better. Whether it's going to be on the jet, like I said, or also in the squadron, he's somebody who holds the team accountable, and I appreciate that. Not just as a squadron commander, but as an aircrew member, because I want you to be quality. I want you to be quality for yourself, because that makes you safe, that makes the team safe. It makes you quality for me as a squadron commander, because that's what I care about, right? I want y'all to do the mission, but do it safely, because I care about your safety. Okay, and Gonzo, thanks for that, man. I know you're all smiles. I know you're a humble dude, but I appreciate everything you've done. So his fondest memory. I always ask everyone on their way out, "What's your fondest memory?" And I knew he was going to answer it this way. He's like, the crew. Where was the crew BQ, crew hanging out, crew meal, being on the road with the crew. It was all about the team for Gonzo. And I think you know that. If you ever hung out with Gonzo, he's the first one who's like, shower half hour. I'll see you guys. Whatever explicit wants to see you down here in 30 minutes, right? You're ready to rock. We're going to Coco's, we're going to wherever back pre-COVID. But even inside COVID, we're the first one that's sick. We had an awesome crew BQ. I forget where you're at. And Gonzo was the first one, like, I'm going to the commissary. What do you guys want? Right? He's just all about the team. And I really, really appreciate that. And that's something that we really hold on to, I think, in the Double Deuce is it's about the team, right? When we say we bring the show, we bring the party because it's us. It's the team. It's the morale that comes behind all that. And Gonzo has always wanted to really just push it up in a good way. So I appreciate it. Okay, without further ado, I want to turn it over to you to say a few words.
Wow.
They're going to pack it, man.
Oh boy. Willem, where's Cam Brown at? Cam Brown, Major Morris, Rodriguez, the XCC downstairs. So the reason we play this one more time is we rescued a jet from Rhoda that had been broke from the stage in 17. So like, Gonzo, you're gonna take a crew and you're gonna Major, he's over at Leavenworth, Major Summers.
Yep.
He was the AC, and they're like, hey Gonzo, we're gonna TR to Madrid from SFO, and I'm like, all right, we need to bring guns. Whatever, we clear customs, we do everything. Well, the first time we couldn't clear customs. They were like, you're not bringing these weapons in, and then TD says you will not get off that fucking net without those guns. And we're like, they said no guns, sir. So we reset. Next morning, we take off from SFO. We land in Madrid, and Willem was with me. And we go to pick up our guns, right? And it's in a different terminal. Willem and I walk in there and show them our orders. Military ID card. I was like, give us our guns. And then they're like, yes, sir, we got you. Right before he gives us our guns, he goes, let me make sure this is okay. And I'm like, oh. There it goes. And it went south for the winter right away.
They told us to turn around, put our hands behind our back.
They were like,
They
don't
let me see
look,
the race was it.
I spoke Spanish, so I was like talking to the guy, and he's like, I can't give you the guns, and I'm like, holy shit! So we called the colonel over at the C-130 colonel over at the embassy, and like, hey sir, we brought these guns. How the fuck did I was like, I don't know. We got to be here though. He was like, all right, let me talk to somebody. So I got up to the Ministry of Defense of Spain, and this fool was like, no, you will not have your guns. And when he said that, the attorney for the U.S. calls at the phone to Willem and I, and she's like, did they read your rights? And I was like, rights to what? He's like, well, technically, you brought guns to this country. He goes like, you can fucking keep them. For 3 old 1980s, 1911 M9 pistols, like no way in hell. So we spent 5 days in Madrid, literally just waiting to see if they're gonna give us our guns. And of course, we went out, responsible. Shh, don't worry about that. Eventually, Major Summers and where's he at? No, Sandoval. Or one of those two fools. They look alike. Yeah. So they give the guns, get on the plane, and head back to the States, and then we wait for Major Morris and Blair. So we drive to Rhoda, pick up the jet, go down range, go over to Aviano, where it was very nice. We actually went down to Venice. Badass. I mean, it was awesome. Then Freddie goes, you're not leaving Venice just yet. So the decoupler inside the gear, it completely chewed itself out. So we had to do a one-time flight after 3 days in Aviano to Ramstein. So we did a one-time flight, land at Ramstein. Both APUs take a complete shit, and there's none of the system. And I was just like, we're partying, boys. So we rented a car and just did Europe for like 20 days. Every morning, pop a Red Bull, and then we chug it, we pass it around, and then we go from country to country, town to town. So if you're with me on that trip, God, I loved it. It was an awesome time. Thank you to the crew chiefs. I know there's none in here, and I know they're not on the Slack, but those guys always saved our ass one way or another, kept the jet going, whether we were jumping into the system. I appreciate it. Always had a good time with the crew chiefs. Loadmaster students, don't stop your training. Just because you get qual doesn't mean you can't get a no notice. Stick to your training. You know, don't think once you're in, you're in. To the Loadmaster instructors, evaluators, stick to the standards. If they can't meet the standards, then they just can't meet it, man. And then, you know, other stuff happens after that. To the student engineers, if you're my student, don't take it personal. It's business. I see so much potential, but you guys, I don't know what you're doing, but as I told you guys over and over again, and most of you fools that include me, stick to the expanded portion of the -1, the 1-1, and the 2C5 all 3. And I'm pretty sure, huh?
And the maintenance
match, just so you know, when the maintenance tried to give you, you know, a 1-up, and you're like, nah, it doesn't work that way. I know exactly what you're looking at. So, you know, there's so much potential for you guys, and I know you can reach it. You know, just get over that hump. Don't stop studying. You know, get that qual, get that instructor qual, and then move on. For the same thing for the FE instructors and evaluators, stick to the standard. You know, that's just the way we do business. You know, don't half-ass it. Don't anybody's get through the cracks because, you know, we're responsible for the jet. To the Pirates, I've flown with a bunch of lieutenants, and the funny thing is, like, Gonzo, teach me something. What can I do to be a better AC? And usually they want Gonzo's honest truth, and it's like, all right, sir, you want my honest? All right, here it is. But for ACs and everybody else, the E's, especially for the Pirates, the E's will do anything for you guys, and they will work their asses off. All I ever asked of my ACs and pilots was to give the E's a warm meal and decent crew rest. That's all we were asked for, and we will jump through hoops to get the plane there and back safely without a problem. So please, if you're annoying, make sure you take care of your E's. I know TC sometimes going to bend you over. You just got to bohica it and then just move on. But there's times where if you can fight it, get a couple extra hours, I mean, go for it, do it. To the leadership, I know the chief and the shirt are new here. It's an awesome squadron. Way better than the overnight. And sure, I know it was kind of weird for you to come to an ops flight. I was completely weirded out coming from support, the MSG, ATC and ACC to an actual operation flight. I was blown away of like the shit you guys were doing. I was like, man, I couldn't, you know. But now that I've been into, I'm like, I see why we're prima donnas and we get our, you know, our outrigger stay at Hickam and stuff like that. But you guys will enjoy here. There's an awesome squadron, sir. Ain't no better commander to choose after you get a deal. This is an awesome spot for you. I think you're gonna take this squadron above and beyond, and it's yeah. We're interested in it. Definitely, sir. You see, that's about it. I mean, if you guys are down at Kelly, we do another fire evac. I got the beers waiting for you. I'll have the fucking brisket. I'll have the pulled pork. I'll have whatever you guys want at the house. If it's a quick stop and it's during the day, shoot me a message. I'll go to Whataburger, Taco Cabana, HEB, get you guys whatever you need. Send you your merry way. But you guys got my number. Shoot me up on Facebook, Slack. Well, I'm the Slack. That's what I got. Woo. But hit me up. I love you guys. I miss you. And final. So in 7 years, we've been very fortunate in our flying, right? let's keep it that way. But unfortunately, we've lost two good dudes that I flew with many a times. Tim and Wayne. Here's to them. That's it, sir.
Now, okay. We got three things left to do.
Oh, yeah.
Right? We're gonna pull your patch, right? We're gonna give you some hardware. But first, do the NCIC, you were the NCIC support and we're the decks, so I can't have you leave without pinning anywhere you win it.
True
So
statement.
let's do some attention orders, guys, and we'll go back to hanging out. Attention order.
This is to certify that the President of the United States of America, authorized by Executive Order 16 January 1969, has awarded the Meritorious Service Medal, First Oak Leaf Cluster, to Master Sergeant Jose E. Gonzalez. For meritorious service, 8 June 2019, 30 November 2020. Master Sergeant Jose E. Gonzalez distinguished himself in the performance of outstanding service to the United States while assigned to the 22nd Airlift Squadron, 60th Operations Group, 60th Air Mobility Wing, Travis Air Force Base, California. During this period, Sergeant Gonzalez served as the Operations Superintendent in the Department of Defense's largest airlift squadron, where he mentored 32 airmen through the generation of 834 sorties, 5,000 flight hours, the deployment of 44 million pounds of cargo, 5,000 troops, directly contributing to the Air Force's rapid global mobility mission. Additionally, as support superintendent, he guided the command staff while overcoming a 6-month declaration backlog. Empowered by his leadership, the team reduced processing time by an astonishing 24%. Furthermore, Sergeant Gonzalez was selected for his aviation acumen, work ethic, and integrity to orchestrate a flying evaluation board. He executed 2 disqualification actions with 6 agencies, Air Force Mobility Command Headquarters, and the Office of Secretary of the Air Force, upholding the highest performance standards for career enlisted aviators. Sergeant Gonzalez's leadership culminated with his flight capturing the unit's Team of the Quarter, selection as the squadron's senior non-commissioned officer of the quarter, and finally, the unit capturing the Air Forces Association's Schilling Trophy nomination for outstanding contributions to national defense. The singularly distinctive accomplishments of Sergeant Gonzalez reflect great credit upon himself and the United States Air Force.
So, the hardware. Present it proudly. Now you're probably gonna have your own cubicle / office down in Texas. So I want to see this, set up for us, or in your nice house, in your mansion.
I have an office
That you've got in the house.
Yes, I'm gonna set up in my
In
house.
Texas, right? And what I heard by those comments about, like, come on down for the brisket was, next time we have a fire back, we're going to Gonzo.
Hell yeah.
All right, we're going to Gonzo.
No.
Keep it wrong, keep it wrong. Anything else?
No, sir. Thank you. Love you guys. Miss you. See you down in Texas.
All right, hit the music, boom, drop the bass.
We're good.
One more time.